Fasting in Ramadan before the sun goes down. I take no food within. Hunger becomes my friend, feasting on.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Ya Rahman Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. Look back over the month of fasting, we see that it's a month of lessons, a month of lessons for us, where we learn about our religion, the essence of the religion, the essence of worship, the essence of deprivation, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the essence of sacrifice, the essence of obedience, the essence of piety, the essence of righteousness. But we also learn about ourselves. We learn about ourselves, and we learn about our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that relationship is rooted in two things, and Ramadan emphasizes those two things for us. First of all, it's rooted in our righteous actions. Ramadan is about righteous actions. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون. Oh, you believers, fasting has been ordained for you as it was ordained for those who preceded you, in order that you will increase in your consciousness of Allah, that translates into righteous actions. So لعلكم تتقون, taqwa indicates action. Allah Ta'ala mentions elsewhere in the Quran, شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن, the month of Ramadan in which the Quran was revealed. And to celebrate the revelation of the Quran, we recite the Quran in Ramadan. We listen to the Quran recited in the Taraweeh prayers in Ramadan. We read the Quran. We reflect on the Quran in Ramadan. And again, that's a righteous action. It indicates a righteous action. Both the previous verse, كُتِبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الصِّيَامِ, and this verse, فَمَنْ شَهِدَ مِنْكُمُ الشَّهْرَ فَلْيَصُمْ, indicates fasting, and fasting is a righteous action. So our actions are critical in Ramadan. Our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentioned, مَنْ قَامَ رَمَضَانَ مَنْ قَامَ لَيْلَةَ الْقَدْرِ إِيمَانًا وَاحْتِسَابًا غُفِرَ لَهُ مَا تَقَدَّمَ مِنْ ذَنْبِهِ. Whoever fasts a month stands for prayer in the nights of Ramadan and worship, and during the night of power, with sincere faith, anticipating the reward, their previous actions are forgiven. Their previous sins rather are forgiven. Again, qiyam, that indicates action. So action is critical. But action is only a key to Allah Ta'ala's mercy. Action is a key to Allah Ta'ala's mercy. Allah Ta'ala, or the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, mentioned in that regard in a sound authentic hadith, عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال سمعت رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم يقول لن يدخل أحدا عمله الجنة فقالوا ولا أنت يا رسول الله قال ولا أنا إلا أن يتغمدني الله في رحمتي وفضله أو بفضل ورحمة. أو كما قال صلى الله عليه وسلم. The Prophet صلى الله عليه وسلم mentioned, none of you will enter paradise based on their righteous deeds alone. They said, not even you, O Messenger of Allah. He said, not even me, only if Allah envelops me in His grace and His mercy. So Allah Ta'ala, He tells us that the actions are the key to His mercy. So we need both of them. And we should understand that Ramadan is a great opportunity for us to gain both of them. It's an opportunity for us to do actions, but not only to do actions, but to do actions that are multiplied over and beyond their normal reward, over and beyond their normal recompense. And it's an opportunity for us to gain the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And when Aisha radiallahu anha, she asked the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when the last 10 days of Ramadan, the last part of Ramadan comes, when we get into the home stretch, then what should we say? And what did he instruct her sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Quli, say, Allahumma innaka afuwan tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni. Oh Allah, you will wipe out sins. It is your nature to wipe out sins. This is one of His names, Al-Afu. Oh Allah, you wipe out the sins. You love to wipe out the sins. Wipe out my sins. And this is an acknowledgement. Yes, oh Allah Ta'ala, I've worked, I've prayed, I've fasted, I've spent, I've sacrificed. Now I'm depending on you to wipe out my sins. For if I meet you and I have a mountain of reward for my good deeds, but I'm carrying with me a mountain of sin, I don't know what my fate will be. Oh Allah, bless me to meet you carrying my good deeds with me, but my sins have been effaced. For you are the most merciful, you are the most forgiving, you are the one who loves to wipe out the sins. Allahumma innaka afuwan tuhibbul afwa fa'fu anni, fa'fu anni, fa'fu anni ya Allah, fa'fu anni ya Allah, ya Allah, fa'fu anni, فأنا مذنب، أنا مذنب، وأنا واقف أمام بابك يا الله، وأنا أتجرع إليك يا الله، أتضرع إليك يا الله، أنا أسألك يا الله، فاعف عني يا الله. La ilaha illallah. This is Ramadan. This is indescribable, brothers and sisters. This is indescribable. There are no words to describe this combination of action and relying on the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the essence of Islam. Brothers and sisters, we have a merciful Lord. Those people, in their misguidance, in their ignorance, they say, oh, you Muslims, your God is cruel and unforgiving. They're only showing their mercy. For if they knew the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they wouldn't say your God. They would say your God is my God, our God is Allah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah wa ashhadu anna sayyidana wa habibana wa shafi'ana wa qurrati a'yunina Muhammadan sallallahu alayhi wa sallam Rasulullah. That's what they would say if they knew of the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not our place to condemn them for their ignorance. It's our place to teach them and to enlighten them and to share with them this great blessing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has blessed us with. Brothers and sisters, when we understand how merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has been to us, then we understand how merciful we should endeavor to be with each other. Because it is not fitting for us to be the recipients of so much grace, so much mercy, so much bounty, so much blessing from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then we ourselves don't share that with others, starting with those closest to us. As we beg for Allah Ta'ala's forgiveness, and we're the recipients of that forgiveness, we should be forgiving to each other. As we beg for Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala to wipe out the transgressions that we have done, then we should overlook the transgression that those have committed against us. As we ask Allah for His forgiveness, we should be forgiving to others, starting with those closest to us, starting with our spouses, our family, our marriages. In many instances are in shambles. And it's not because we don't love each other. People come, oh brother, man, we fighting all the time. Do you love each other? Yeah, we love each other. But we're just fighting. And those fights and those arguments and those disputations, they're occurring because we don't have the power to forgive. And in many instances, the pettiest transgressions, not great transgressions, small things that we hold on to. Brothers and sisters, let it go. Let it go with your spouses. And let that love that Allah placed between you manifest itself. Allah Ta'ala says, وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ أَنْ خَلَقَ لَكُم مِّنْ أَنفُسِكُمْ أَزْوَاجًا لِتَسْكُنُوا إِلَيْهَا وَجَعَلَ بَيْنَكُم مَّوَدَّةً وَرَحْمَةً إِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ لَآيَاتٍ لِقَوْمٍ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ. From amongst His signs, He's created for you from yourselves spouses in order that you live with them together in peace and tranquility. And He's made between you love and mercy. And He's made between you love and mercy. And He's made between you love and mercy. Surely in this are signs for people who reflect. Why do we cover up that love and that mercy with our petty arguments, our petty differences, our petty disputations? Let it go, brothers and sisters. Let it go between the spouses. Let it go between the parents and the children. Let it go between the relatives. Let it go between the neighbors. Let it go between the brothers and sisters in the masjids. Let it go between the brothers and sisters across town. These aren't talking to those. These are trampling on the rights of those. So these are offended. Let it go, brothers and sisters, because life is too short. Life is too short to be wasting our time in a bunch of pettiness, because we don't know when we're leaving this world. And once we leave this world, there's no chance to go back and do it over. And thankfulness is to perpetuate the blessings. Thankfulness is to continue praying. Thankfulness is to continue fasting periodically, starting with 6 days of Shawwal, the next month. Thankfulness is to continue to avoid the bad habits that you left in Ramadan. If you put your cigarettes down for Ramadan, don't pick them back up after Ramadan. If you put down the bottle, some people, the truth be told, we're all human. There are people in the Prophet's community who drank. We all know that. And the Prophet ended up saying that of that person, verily he loves Allah and His Messenger. So if you're afflicted with alcohol or drugs of some type, and you put it down for Ramadan, don't pick it up after Ramadan. Keep it down. Throw it away. It's now floating on the surface of the toilet. When you go home, flush it. Don't dig it out. When you go home, flush it. Bad habits, bad speech. If you stop backbiting and slandering in Ramadan, if you put the phone down except if you had some business, but the gossip, you avoid it. The slander, the backbiting, you avoid it. Don't start up after Ramadan. Keep the phone down. Only pick it up when you have some business. If it's not your business, put it back down. Hang up, apologize, I'm sorry, I left that before Ramadan and I'm not going to start it back up after Ramadan. Click. La ilaha illallah. Life is too short, brothers and sisters. We have to be on with our business. We have to invite the grace, the mercy of Allah into our lives as individuals, into our relationships, into our homes, into our masajid, into our communities. Life is too short for otherwise. Brothers and sisters, don't be afraid or hesitant to ask for Allah's mercy, to ask for Allah's forgiveness. This is the way of the prophets. Did not Adam alayhi salam say, رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا فَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Oh Allah, we have oppressed ourselves. We've wronged our very souls. And if you do not forgive us and have mercy on us, then verily we will be amongst the great losers. That was Adam alayhi salam. He wasn't shy to ask for his Lord's mercy and his forgiveness. Don't be shy, brothers and sisters. Did not Nuh alayhi salam, Noah say, وَلَن تَغْفِرْ لِي وَتَرْحَمْنِي أَكُمْ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. Oh Allah, if you don't forgive me and have mercy on me, I will be amongst the great losers. Did not Ibrahim alayhi salam say, وَالَّذِي أَطَمْرُ أَن يَغْفِرَ لِي خَطِيئَتِي يَوْمَ الدِّينِ. And the one that I hope will forgive my sins on the day of judgment. That's Ibrahim. What about us, brothers and sisters? Don't be hesitant to ask for Allah's forgiveness and to ask for Allah's mercy. Did not Musa alayhi salam say, Rabbi inni zalamtu nafsi faghfir li. Oh Allah, I've wronged my very soul. Forgive me. Forgive me. If Adam, if Ibrahim, if Noah, if Moses, if Nuh, if all of these prophets can ask for the mercy of Allah, can ask for the forgiveness for Allah, what about us, brothers and sisters? And if these prophets of Allah felt they had the need, despite their perfection of character, despite their purity of carrying themselves through this world, if they felt they had the need to ask, then what about us? Another lesson we can take from the month is we condition ourselves to give up what we love for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We love our drink, our juices, our smoothies, our ice cold water, our organic hormone-free milk. We love our meats, halal of course. We love our succulent fish. We love all of those things we gave up for the sake of Allah in the month of Ramadan. This is conditioning us. This is conditioning us to give things up for the sake of Allah, and if we have to give things up for the sake of our fellow human beings. We give up so much. There are many converts here. Maybe a greater percentage of those gathered here are converts to Islam. Many converts, maybe for a period of time, maybe permanently, by coming into Islam, had to give up their friends, had to give up in some instances relations with even their parents, had to give up things they loved. Many of them are unlawful in Islam, but they love them nonetheless. They had to give up the Bud Light. Some people love that. Some people had to give up the Bud Heavy. Some people had to give up the pepperoni pizza. They love that pepperoni pizza. Some had to give up the Big Mac. They're riding down the street, they see the golden arches, they have a Big Mac attack. But they have to give it up for the sake of Allah, and they do it gracefully and graciously. And they understand and come to learn that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives better than what they gave up. Our Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam mentioned, قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم لرجل جاءه رجل فقال لذاك الرجل قال إنك لن تدع شيئا اتقى الله إلا أتاك الله خيرا منه. He said that you will not give up anything out of your reverence for Allah except that Allah will give you something better than it. Allah will give you something better than it. This is true, it's tried and it's tested. And many of us, we know that reality. We give up not only what we want in Ramadan. So around 3 o'clock, 2 or 3 days ago, 3 o'clock yesterday, a lot of us wanted a nice cold glass of water. By 7 o'clock, we needed a nice cold glass of water. But we gave up what we wanted at 3 o'clock and we gave up what we needed at 7 o'clock because we knew if we waited to 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be pleased with us. So we put the pleasure of our nafs over the we put the pleasure rather of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over the pleasure of our nafs. We understand from that, and we're conditioned from that there are people on this earth who don't have food. And there are some people who basically say, I don't care, because I have mine and I'm going to get mine, and I'm going to keep on overeating. I'm going to keep on not trying to put mechanisms in place to share with others, because that is not my problem. But Allah Ta'ala is conditioning us through Ramadan and through our religion and through the teachings of the religion to say, I do care. Because as long as I have enough, I can let the excess go. As a matter of fact, I might not even have enough, and I can let go what will give me enough. Because what I do have, even though it's not enough, it will sustain me for now. And the rest I can do without, because there are those who have nothing. This is the way of our teaching. This is the way of Islam. Allah Ta'ala mentions in the Quran, وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. He's speaking of the Ansar, who received the Muhajirin, the migrants, who migrated to them from Mecca, in many instances, leaving everything they had behind. They came with nothing. And the Ansar themselves, many of them were suffering from need. Many of them were suffering from hunger. Many of them were suffering from inadequacy. But whatever they had, they were willing to share. And they were willing to go without. I only have one small piece of meat. You take it, my brother. I'll eat my rice with no meat in it. I'd rather you have it. وَيُؤْثِرُونَ عَلَى أَنفُسِهِمْ وَلَوْ كَانَ بِهِمْ خَصَاصَةٌ. And then what does Allah say in the conclusion of the verse? وَمَن يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. And whoever can avoid the excessive stinginess that the unrefined soul, that the uncultivated soul pushes them towards, they will be successful. They will succeed in this world because they will find the gates of blessing open to them because of their sacrifice, and they will succeed, most importantly, in the next world. It's intense greed that lead a people to waste more food than they eat when people in the world are starving. That is shuh. They're so greedy. I'm going to put it on my plate. I know I'm not going to eat it. And unfortunately, some of this happened at our iftars. I know it's going into the garbage can. But I'm going to put it on my plate anyway. Why? Because I cannot avoid the intense greed of my soul. But Allah says, وَمَن يُوقَ شُحَّ نَفْسِهِ. Whoever avoids and wards off the intense greed of their soul, فَأُولَٰئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. Those are those who will succeed. Brothers and sisters, we have to dedicate ourselves in our small ways. And many of us started. We supported the feeding program at the Rainbow Rec Center that the brothers and sisters have undertaken under the dedicated leadership of Sister Alice Muhammad for year after year. And now people joining to support. But we have to make our efforts greater, because the need is greater than the Rainbow Rec. This whole world is in need. It's need of charity. It's need of a charitable spirit. It's in need of Islam. Don't hesitate to say that. It's in need of Islam. But not the Islam that distorts the teachings of our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Not the Islam that tears down, the Islam that builds up. Not the Islam that deprives, the Islam that shares. Not the Islam that terrorizes Muslims in their houses of worship. There are parts in our ummah today where Muslims are afraid to go to the masjid because they don't know if the person sitting next to them has, in their misguidance and their ignorance, has strapped a bomb onto their body, waiting to blow them to smithereens. Not that Islam, but the Islam of giving preference to others even though one has dire need. The Islam that that conditions a person to avoid the intense greed of their soul. The Islam that conditions us to give up things for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and therefore to be able to give them up if need be for the sake of our fellow human beings. That's the Islam that we need, and that's the Islam we hope each and every one of us can go forth from this day, if not previously, committed to bringing to this world at the hour of its desperate need. We'll relate one final hadith. It's related that the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he mentioned ash-shu'mu su'ul khuluq, that looking for the bad in everything is a manifestation of bad character. Ash-shu'mu su'ul khuluq. Wa qala sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, Masala Rasulillah, al-yumnu husnul khuluq, and looking for the good in everything, trying to put the best construction on everything, trying to find, look at, and discover the positive side of everything is good character. Why? Because a person who's obsessed with negativity will not be bothered by their sins, because sins are the ultimate manifestation of negativity. And a person who's obsessed with good and looking for the good will be a person always looking for some righteous deed to do and some way to be of service in a righteous way, and that's the basis of their character, just as the negativity is the basis of that character. Ash-shu'mu su'ul khuluq wal yumnu husnul khuluq. Remember those 6 words, brothers and sisters. Ash-shu'mu su'ul khuluq. Negativity and gloom and looking for the bad is a manifestation of bad character. وَالْيُمْنُ حُسْنُ خُلُقٍ. 3 words. Al-yumnu husnul khuluq. And looking for the good. The positive is a manifestation of good character, and our Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was sent to perfect good character. وَمَا بُعِثْتُ إِلَّا لِأُتَمِّمَ مَكَارِمَ الْأَخْلَاقِ. Walhamdulillah, wassalam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Eid Mubarak, Eid Sa'id.
Enough volunteers. If we don't, we'll probably just open up a few activities until we get the necessary people. If you want to volunteer for children's activities, there's a white tent over there in between the shelters. We need you to go over there, sign up, leave your phone number. There's 3 different shifts that we need people for. Our
happiness is when we break and when we meet them face to face. Get our fast for him, fastings for him.
We need as many people as possible. We need 30. In terms of cleanup starts at 3 o'clock.
Goes down, we read the book of light revealed on a blessed night. Teach me what I didn't know. Causing my soul to grow was lost, but now I'm found. Pick me up off the ground. Happiness is when we break and when we meet him face to face. We kept our fast for him, fastings for him. It's your nature that has asked for help in the great task of evolving a human being. Help is in what the scripture brings, and he sent it down at night, a beautiful blessed night. All the angels obeyed in each and everything, yeah. We fast in the day and we pray. Instead our worship, we make our light shine bright. We do all the good that we can multiply in these 30 days, 30 blessed days. Fasting in Ramadan before the sun goes down, I take no food within. Hunger becomes my friend, feasting on Quran. So glad that it came down, strengthening me from within, causing my soul to mend. Happiness is when we break and when we meet him face to face. We kept our fast for him, fastings for him. Feasting on Quran, so glad that it came down, 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 down.
And beautiful weather, beautiful day.
I need my sandwich back. You can't hold your own sandwich. What's wrong with this guy? Not a teddy bear. Don't feed yourself. Do not try to feed yourself. I'm watching you. Do not feed yourself. What is he doing? Say stop. You cannot feed yourself. What's wrong with you? Hey! Whatever. He's got to go back in, guys. His nails are sharp. He climbs trees at home. I never cut his nails upon trees in my house. So say, go back inside. I got it. Say, go inside right now. Because this guy might say hi to your face. You don't want that. Say, go there now. Oh. Say, stay right there. He'll scratch my face. Tell him stop, please. Say, stop now. Don't do that. All right, guys. Last three of those guys. Last three. His name is Chirp. Say, come on out, Chirp. Back to small, back to cute. He's my baby chickie. There he is right there. Say hi, Chirp. After this show, you can pet this guy too. First, wave like him, up and down, 2 arms, fast, let's go. Say hi, hi, faster, hi, hi, hi. Say good job. For this guy, one thing, never say chicken nuggets. No chicken nuggets. And never say Happy Meal either. And never say barbecue sauce. I need one volunteer, one volunteer. By saying that, she beat all you guys. She's faster. Here we go. Hands to your side. What's your name? Okay, Jenna, look straight ahead, sweetie. Here's what to do. We're going to make a nest on your head for 1 second. I promise he will not poop on you. Now, say don't fall.
He will.
Don't move, Jenna. Be a statue, okay, Jenna? He's already there, sweetie. Stay still, okay? Don't move. Why are you moving, Jenna? Stop moving, please. Don't move, please. Why are you moving? Don't talk to me. Why are you moving? Why are you moving? Stop moving so much. Why are you smiling so much? Give her a hand. Yay. Good job, sweetie. Only one, friend. Say, hold on tight. Beautiful. Very pretty. Like, very beautiful. Nice to your cousin on TV commercials. Like, beautiful. Ducky, there she is. Say quack, quack, quack. No, wave like her. 2 feet, neck in circles, arms too. Go, 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 go. Good job, friend. Now, Plato's a big girl. She eats bread, grass, flowers, and goldfish. You guys eat goldfish too? Yeah. Whoa, not the crackers, not the crackers. The ones in the water? Oh. Ah. Let's try this. Say, eat your cereal. Guess what, guys? That's fish flavored cereal. You guys like fish flavored cereal? Yeah. Oh, it's gross. I tried some. Now, say, eat it slow. Eat it slow. Say, don't eat fast. Let's try it out. Here we go. Say, slow. Say, slow. Say, slow down. Sorry, guys. Too fast, too greedy. Say, bye, Play-Doh. No, this time, neck in circles. 1 arm slow. Let's go. Say, bye. Bye. Bye-bye. Good job, friends. Last friend coming up. Her name is Nana, but don't call her Banana, okay, guys? Not Banana. Last friend, guys. Last one. A monkey? Not a monkey, but she might try to...
It's a yellow snake. It's a yellow snake.
She's my albino. The tail. Calling you guys, 7 feet long. Any volunteers? Who's sitting on the right way? Who should I choose? Come on, let's go. too, my friend. You too. One line, guys. Shoulder to shoulder. Touch shoulders. Touch shoulders. Calm down. Good job. Find a spot. One line over there, friends. Stay in line over here. One line. 2 hands out, guys. 2 hands out.
Feasting on Quran. So glad.